Welcome to another edition of Streamlined by 42 Agency. Today we're going to be talking about the top mistakes that marketing team makes when using Google Analytics. Now this can apply to Analytics 4 or Universal Analytics. So let's dive into it. I have a funny story to tell you. So back 7 years ago, I was working at a startup and we launched a new website, and the marketing team came back and said, hey, the new website is a huge success because the bounce rate is close to zero. And that was unexpected, but we celebrated the win. And then when I dug deeper into it, I realized that the bounce rate was zero because we actually had two analytics code running at the same time on the same website. So it was not a good thing to do. So one of the top mistakes that I've seen marketing teams make is actually have two snippets of code running at the same time. Normally this happens when you have the code running through Tag Manager, and then you also have the code running directly through the website that you insert into the header or the footer of the WordPress or Webflow. So that code actually conflicts with each other, and that just the data that you get out of it is completely wrong. So the top mistake: don't put two codes at the same time. There's a very helpful Google Tag Assistant Chrome extension that you can use to verify what code is firing on your website. It's a Chrome extension. You click on it, you say enable recording, and then it records every single Google tag that fires on your website. The second mistake that I've seen people make is not actually connecting Google's Search Console to Google Analytics. Now, Google Search Console is another tool that's used mostly for SEO, indexing issues, what keywords are, organic keywords are driving traffic, how you rank for those keywords, what your position is. That information lives in a different tool. So if you don't connect it to Google Analytics, those two don't talk to each other. You don't have the full picture of what's going on. Google products are incredibly powerful, but you have to integrate them together. The second thing you should integrate into your Google Analytics setup is obviously your AdWords account. So your AdWords data lives in AdWords until you actually integrate it into Google Analytics. They don't talk to each other. Advantage with that is that in your source report and your traffic reports, you can start seeing what keywords are driving what site behaviors. So you can see average time per session from specific keywords. You can see conversions, goals, entrance page, exit page, on-page behavior, all that fun stuff if you connect Google AdWords and Google Analytics together. Similar for Search Console, it can give you all that organic keyword data. Obviously, Google doesn't show all organic keyword data, so some because of privacy reasons, but you get that data into Google Analytics, which is incredibly helpful for marketing teams to understand how their top of funnel activity is driving on-site behaviors, which might be leading to revenue outcomes in the company. And the third mistake that I've seen a lot of teams make is not setting up goals. If you don't have goals, you can't measure what the outcomes of all the marketing activity is. GA4 is incredibly helpful at understanding which traffic referrals are driving what traffic and users. But if you don't have goals, it doesn't attribute that data to anything. And once you enable goals, it gives you multi-channel reports. It gives you average time to conversion reports. It gives you all this fun stuff that's actually really helpful. We've covered attribution with Google Analytics in a different video. Be sure to check that out. We do a deeper dive into all these different fun stuff that GA can give you out of the box. With GA4, because it's an event-based model and not a session-based model, you have to toggle. There's a small toggle where you say this event is actually a goal, and then Google Analytics can start measuring the goal and conversions for that. So instead of going into setup, URL based goals, you just say this event is a goal for me. For example, it might be a free trial sign up, it might be a demo request, it might be some kind of content download or newsletter subscription. If you set that up, then Google Analytics can start telling you what the drop-offs to those goals are, how many people are hitting those goals, what traffic sources are they coming from, and all that fun stuff. GA is incredibly powerful in terms of, especially with GA4, it can give you a more in-depth view of behavior on site, in product, different events firing, how much percentage scroll. So make sure you leverage those, because if you only look at page views, that's great, but it doesn't give you the full picture of how marketing is driving down funnel activity. So make sure you set up events properly. Make sure you understand what events we want to track. You don't want to track every single event. That's a common mistake that I've seen teams make, where they set up an event or a goal tied to a page view. Now, page view is not a meaningful goal. So sit down with your team on your product side, on your marketing side, on your sales side, understand what are the key events they want to track and how you set that in Google Analytics. So the data you get from it is more meaningful than just pure page views and sessions and all that fun stuff. That's all for this video today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be doing a lot more videos like this, and hope to see you next time.